What's up, everyone? It's Matt Johnson, the leader of the pack, and the Believe in You Evolution coming at you tonight. Honestly, I don't really have anything to say today. Don't have a lot of inspirational words. I'll be honest with you, I'm really tired. Just feeling fatigued, worn out, and we all get that way. Like, I know you get that way. I know that everyone gets that way. And especially while you do the type of menu and the nutrition that I'm doing right now, it takes you to a whole nother level. Your mind starts to drift into these stories, into this it takes you to a new person. You start to slur, you start to think differently, and you start to do almost what I'm doing right now and just babbling on. But I know that what I want is going to require me to do things that most people aren't willing to do. The majority of the population just isn't willing to do this, and that's why it's so hard. Now, you don't have to do it this way. There's 100 of ways to do it. I've chosen this way because I found that it gets me the best results. That's why I do this type of menu. That's why I put myself through this. And some people may look at it like this is like torture to yourself. But I don't look at it that way. I look at it as a discipline to myself. Because I set a commitment and I set these standards that I want to live by. And I find that every time that I do this, that I become more disciplined in my life. And I continue to become stronger in the person that I am. And that's one of the things that I love about fitness. That's one of the things that I've really grown an appreciation and love, and why I respect the sport so much is simply because of the discipline and the mentality that you have to get. Because for those of you who don't know, in 2007, I was doing this stupid little thing where I was arm wrestling when I probably shouldn't even have been arm wrestling. And this kid wasn't bigger or anything. Like, it's just, this was a freak accident. But what happened was I broke my arm. Like, and I'm not talking about my forearm. I broke my humerus. So from my elbow up to my shoulder, right here, completely snapped. Completely twisted. It's called a spiral fracture. And when I told the doctor how I did it, they were blown away. Because normally that isn't an injury that comes along with arm wrestling. Normally it is the forearm or dislocation of the elbow. But when I went through that pain, when I realized that my arm was broke, for the next 2 hours, I would be going through excruciating pain, where I had to discipline myself. I had to think right there, right then, how not to panic in this situation. I had to stay calm, and I had to keep my composure as doctors were trying to pull and straighten it, and all these different things that weren't working because it just wasn't happening. I was in a lot of pain, probably one of the most painful experiences that I've ever been through, and I mean physical pain, but that was probably one of the most physical pains that I've ever felt. For 2 hours, no one had given me anything but some Tylenol, which didn't do anything. Holding myself and just holding my arm to make sure that it stabilized for the next 2 hours, no painkillers, and to just keep calm, to breathe, to keep myself from going into shock. Like, I knew that my mentality mattered. And with all of this, with everything that I do in my life, like, I look at my mentality and how it reflects to my actions. You know, and I've had emotional pains, I've had physical pains, just like everyone else. But the discipline that is required to get what you want, to be where you want to be, it requires you to have that mental toughness. So right now, this is probably going to be one of the last Sunday videos that I do, simply because I need that mental that mental break, not even mental break, because on Sunday it's not that I'm going to be sitting around and not doing anything, but I need that rest to focus and to do other things that I need to get done. Not only that, but spend that quality time with my family. But on Sunday, I'm not just sitting around. I'm still getting things done. As I write this book, as I prepare for the weekly radio show, as I have these live events, and it's so that I can be refreshed for those that I need to be refreshed for, to have my mentality, to stay disciplined. Like, I'm 100% committed to where I want to be. And when I saw that I wasn't where I wanted to be, like, I'm ready to get disciplined. I'm ready to take my health, my mind, everything. I'm taking it to a whole nother level. And I know that it's going to require me to really be focused, and it's going to take a lot of discipline. So where in your life do you not have discipline? Where do you not have the mental toughness? Because everyone's strong in different areas. But I would rather be strong in every area of my life so that I can be, and do it all. It's just something that people just settle. They say, well, I'm good at being a good parent, so I'm just going to be a good parent, which is great. But what are you going to do for you? When do you matter? When do you get to love you? When you're retired and old and can't move? Some of us are good at our body. Some of us are bad with spirituality. But when are these things going to matter in your life? When are you going to give yourself the permission that is required to be, and do it all? Because I tell you, you can. I'm telling you right now, you can be, and do it all. And you don't have to come from a greedy standpoint. Like, you can just be, and do it all, because that's simply who you're meant to be. So, get the mental discipline. Be disciplined. Challenge yourself, but look at your mentality. Are you just not doing it because it's hard? Or are you doing it because you don't have the help? What is it? What is it that keeps you where you are? As I look at my life, as I'm reflecting today, I see the obstacles that I'm facing, and I'm ready to move forward, to move past it, to take my life to the next level. Because I know right now, I'm not where I want to be, but I want to go higher. So I'm ready to level up. Are you? Are you ready to level up? In your marriage, in your health, in your spirituality, in your business? Are you ready to level up? So that's my message for you today. Not always inspirational, not always motivated like everyone else, but I know what I want, and I'm focused, and I'm ready to go. Always. The discipline's always there. I never quit, and I keep going. So we're going to make some pico de gallo right now. So we're just feeling like we want some good tasting vegetables and whatnot. But anyways, I love you. I'm Matt Johnson. I'm leader of the pack in the Believe in You evolution. We'll see you tomorrow.